today I'm going to be talking about my journey into game development. Um, and the reason I'm doing this is to inspire people who are in a similar position as me and uh, want to make the jump. So yeah, I'm 30 years old and I'm just starting this after working, having a regular job. I this year I decided, okay, this is the year I'm finally going to make um, my passion a reality. When I just graduated high school, I didn't really know what to do. I was pretty clueless, and at that point, I just followed um, my father and my brother. So my father was working as a biochemist, and my brother basically did the same, also biochemistry. And since I didn't know what to do, and I liked science, so chemistry, biology, and physics, I just followed. That didn't really go immediately as planned because yeah, I dropped out uh, because I found it really difficult, and also I wasn't like super motivated immediately. So yeah, but anyway, after some ups and downs, I graduated my bachelor and got a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Biotechnology. After that, um, I went into bioinformatics because we had a course of programming in the bachelor, and I really enjoyed that. And bioinformatics is mainly programming, computer science, and statistics. So after that was done, I landed my first job as a consultant. It was really nice, but um, yeah, it was also a bit boring. So after work, I would do other things like I would play games. But it was around this time that I discovered Blender. So yeah, Blender, for those who don't know it, is a 3D a program for making 3D art, and I got really into it. So I would make these renders and also like short videos after work, sometimes even during, and yeah, that was really fun. And that was kind of my dream job at the time, was moving away from bioinformatics and more into 3D design. During that first job, I then also did some evening classes in 3D design and actually graduated um, to yeah, so a diploma, an official diploma. During those evening classes was the first time that I actually made a game. Back then, I used Unity because that was what the game development class was also taught in, and we participated in 2 game jams. I did and most of the coding, but yeah, that was really fun. Definitely recommend anyone doing it. Mm. And the topics are pretty funny. I'll show some video here. Mm. We didn't win, I think, but I did learn a lot. My first job that lasted about 2 years, and then I landed my second job. So that was not anymore as a consultant, but as really part of a team, a bigger company. And there was quite of a big shift in the way, yeah, people were working. It was a lot more strict, more deadlines, very high intensity, very corporate, and yeah, I basically got sucked into that world for 3.5 years. It was very stressful. I would often come home with headaches and with a lot of pain here in my shoulders. Yeah, I gave a lot of effort for that job, but after a couple of years, I got a little bit bored with it because I was doing some really repetitive things. I was basically making like software pipelines and running them and maintaining pipelines and checking code and yeah, it was not like I didn't have enough opportunities to grow or whatever, but yeah, just after a while of doing the same things, you just want something new. And so it happens that at the end of, well, after 3 years, the company basically uh, did like a mass layoff because they didn't have money anymore. Yeah, I got laid off at the beginning of 2026. So beginning of March, I didn't work anymore. So the first thing I did was a lot of preparation. Basically, went to YouTube and just looked up stuff about game development. I have this whole document where I just take notes on different videos and like what's important, different scan through Reddit posts. I even also picked up a book which I'm going to show here. This one, Designing Games from Tynan Sylvester. Oh, that was really insightful. So I would definitely recommend that book. So after about a month of doing that, um, yeah, I'm just ready to start now. Okay, and then now I'll talk about the actual game design. So the different steps that I took to start my journey. Um, so first of all, I did a lot of research on which genres actually sell games, because you don't want to make a game for a genre that's like oversaturated or nobody's really interested in that. And then I selected three genres. So mine were horror, roguelike, and management. And for those three genres, I just started brainstorming. Not even brainstorming, just anytime I had an idea, I would write it down in a document. And if there are any similar games, I also wrote down how. And then another important one was also the scope, like how manageable is this? And with that information, I narrowed down to 5 ideas. Um, then using like ChatGPT and such, I wrote down for each idea like a good elevator pitch, so a couple of sentences. I put that into a form and sent it to friends and family. Um, and the goal is just to collect like feedback on which ideas they like the most. The top idea was actually a horror game. Now I'll just go into the idea, and I hope you're excited for this as I am. So it starts in a bus, and actually, this is based on the dream I had, and I think that's pretty cool. But it starts on the bus. It's very hot. The bus is driving through the desert, and you're actually on your way to see some family. Not really important, but you have to be on this bus. There's some other people also on the bus. You're sort of dozing off against the window, and then suddenly, a loud noise. Something jumps in front of the bus. Okay, bus driver's cussing. You're swerving, head knocks against the window, and you come to a full stop. Bang! You crashed. Okay, the bus crashed into a boulder. Okay, after a few seconds of getting up, you go out, and turns out, yeah, you actually hit something. Bus driver says, yeah, I hit an animal. So you go out, and you do see indeed the front of the bus has like blood splattered all over it. You follow the trail to the back, and there is some kind of animal, but then when you get closer, you see it's actually not an animal. Um, it's something weird. It looks like a human, but it's much smaller and it's wearing strange clothes. It's very weird. Um, at the same time, it hits you. You're going to be stuck here because the bus is completely not working anymore. And yeah, this is the intro for the game. And the goal is basically to fix the bus because there's some weird things going on. So every day you'll have to go out and repair things, um, and then when you can get back, you go to sleep. But during the night, weird things happen, especially related to that little weird guy that you hit with the bus. I'm not going to spoil too much just yet, but it's going to be basically fix a bus or you die. I'm going to end the video here. So that was a nice little teaser to end it off. And yeah, see you. Peace. Bye.